64 gigs.
Yeah.
I guess we're going.
Well, we're just talking iPads. It's fine. I mean, it's it's a big purchase, man. But if you're gonna go big. Get the iPad Pro, giant screen.
That's how I do it.
That was my daughter's big Christmas present last year. Has the Apple Pen, so she can draw.
Wow.
She's really artistic.
Yeah.
That thing is indestructible. Awesome. She takes that thing everywhere she goes. We've never had an issue with it. So it's great.
My daughter's. Well, we had our iPad, which became my daughter's.
Yeah.
And then we bought a cover for it, which doesn't really fit. Like it's smaller than it should be.
Got the wrong one.
Yeah, but we still use it, and it's cracked. We fixed it the same day we got home. She cracked it again a little bit.
Yeah.
But then we got her the Amazon Fire, whatever tablet.
Yeah, that's better. I think that's better.
They have one for kids.
Yeah.
Dude, amazing.
It's rubberized.
It's awesome. Late night, that just so many apps and stuff for her to use, and it's pretty sick actually. I'm like,
it's really set up for a young one like
that.
That.
It's pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like,
we had
at first I was kind of. I told my wife, best part, of course, I was right. I said a few months back, like we should get this Fire. The Amazon Fire or whatever tablet. Is that what it's called? Amazon Fire?
Yeah.
All right. And she's like, no. Because the reason I wanted to get it too is because in our car, we have TVs in the headrest.
Yeah.
But for some reason, the iOS is hard to use on that. But with the Android, it's way easier, or like, with Amazon.
Okay.
And she's like, no. And then my mother-in-law bought it for her birthday, and she loves it. So.
Yeah. They're... When my kids were little, it was called they didn't have that yet. I don't think they had it was called a knobby. And that.
Are you sure you're thinking of the same thing, Jamie? I feel like a knobby could be something else.
It's not.
Okay. I'm just asking.
Is that a sex toy?
I don't know.
It's not.
Jamie's grandma's walking around going, we used to have knobbies.
Yeah.
No, they had that knobby, and that thing is we still have it actually. We just gave it to a neighbor's daughter.
Still works?
Still works.
Crazy, right?
But it's all set up. It was on the Android system, but it was like the App Store was set up strictly for kids where they couldn't get into things they're not supposed to. And
naughty stuff.
Yeah, it's nice. It's amazing with the stuff that they have out for kids nowadays compared to when, well, obviously when I was a kid, it was just sticks and stones. But when you guys were children, it's come a long way.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you were like 75 when we were born.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I think, I don't know. Let's see if you guys agree with me on this one. I think how polarizing it is Android versus iOS. Like if you're an Apple person, you're like all in on Apple because you get roped into that ecosphere of like.
Yeah, it's like picking a sports team.
Why do you say that?
Because you're either like Apple or
I kind of agree. Yeah.
I mean, it's like
it's a rivalry.
It's hardcore. It's very seldom. It's very seldom you find. I actually have a friend that had a Droid, and I told him for the longest time, like, bro, like I know you love your Droid, but like I'm telling you, the iOS system is so much easier to use. And he actually got it. He's like, thank you. He's like the one person I've ever met that was like thankful for switching over. And
are we all team Apple?
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Yeah,
it's so much easier.
Are you ever in here's a great question. So I'm in a group text right now that has been going on for at least 5, 6, maybe even 7 years.
Damn.
And there were at the beginning, I think there were 2 guys that had Androids. One of them switched over to an Apple and was like, thank God, he loves it. Mm-hmm. The other guy is strictly holding out and will not make the switch because we bitch at him all the time.
So it's out of spite?
Because it's, 100% out of spite. And it's because like when one of us sends a video over or whatever, just because he's in the group, it comes over as like a 4-pixel, like tiny little shitty video. You're like, can you please just get a real phone?
Yeah.
So speaking of group texts, we have one with a bunch of my buddies from college, and it's the green. It's not blue because there's one person.
One guy.
There's one person in the whole thing that just refuses to make the switch, and it's the worst. I mean, we rag on him all the time. We're like, why don't you just switch? And I think even the Android phone he does have is like 7 years old. Like he won't even upgrade. He won't even upgrade to a modern.
Is it Ryan's cousin?
No. His wife switched him over to an iPhone, so he finally like jumped on board. But no, I was gonna say. Speaking of new devices or new things, we'll say new things. We got to give a shout out to the guys over at Axle Watches. They sent us some watches. So if you guys are looking for watches, good timepieces, go check out Axle Watches.
Really nice.
Yeah, go check out Axle Watches on Instagram. So shout out to those guys for sending us watches. We
really
appreciate it.
Yeah, just to the guys at Axle Watches, John took the one I wanted. So thanks.
I took the one I wanted because I was first dibs for me.
Jamie's at the bottom of the totem pole, so that's where he's at. So, but I was telling Jamie, we were talking the other day. speaking, I was walking through the neighborhood and I had my AirPods in. Speaking of Apple products, and might as well just keep shouting them out. Like they don't have enough money, right? So I was walking the dog yesterday through the neighborhood, and Jamie called me. He had a question about something, and so I'm walking through the neighborhood, and I told Jamie, I go, walking the dog, it's strolling through the neighborhood, see this fairly attractive girl come run. She's going for a jog through the neighborhood, and we're like getting to that point, right, where like you're kind of about to
rip your shirt off,
pass each other,
start flexing.
No, you're gonna like this one.
It's better.
So we're going. We're at the point where we're about to like pass each other, and I'm thinking to myself, I go, oh, do I do like one of those like half waves or like the little head nod or whatever, just to be a polite neighbor, And right as we get to that point where we're about to pass, the dog just stops to take a huge dump.
That's the best time to talk.
Now here's the thing. So you know how that dog has like that look of shame when it looks at you while it's taking a crap?
Is that
like that's what I was looking at the girl like. So it's just the dog looking at me with shame, and then me looking at the girl with shame as she's passing me as I walk the dog. And
that's
I'm
a
like,
great
wow,
starter.
that's a great. Yeah.
It's not a bad starter.
I mean, you could have said so many funny things and you just didn't. You just shit the bed like the dog did.
Literally. I had the face of shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you
have
could
you
walk
seen
up
her
to her.
since?
No.
You could have like walked up to her and be like, hey, you want to fuck? I mean, go hard.
Good. Well, I mean, why not?
What's worse?
I don't know.
The dog's taking a shit. Who cares?
Why do I feel like this was further than yesterday? This was yesterday we talked?
Yeah.
It was yesterday we talked.
Yeah.
Man, today was a long day.
Or no, it might have been 2 days ago.
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, it might have been day.
Whatever.
But we're slowly losing our mind.
Oh, I'm definitely
100%.
losing my mind.
Yeah.
My son's sleeping better, but man, we got him this thing. It's a little suit. Looks like the Michelin Man.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. It works. He's getting a little sleeping a little longer.
It's a sleeping suit?
Yeah, it's like big puffy. I don't know.
It's supposed to like stabilize him?
No, it just makes him comforts him. I think it even keeps him in place where he doesn't.
It's almost like a swaddle. Like it kind of.
Yeah,
makes
but
you
it's
feel
like it looks like a snowsuit.
Oh, okay.
Almost.
It's like the kid from Christmas Story.
Yes,
He's walking out. He can't.
Yeah. He falls over. He can't get up.
It's pretty nice. Actually.
Seems to be working.
Yeah, it's definitely sleeping long. I mean, we fixed this right there. The kid's smiling.
Right here.
So, right almost at the bottom.
I think.
Right looks like
it's.
that's it.
Oh my gosh!
Look at that thing.
Looks like a Michelin
I
Man.
want one of those. I would sleep like a champ.
Dude, it's pretty sweet.
I need that at the firehouse.
I don't understand baby technology. I mean, so you have 2 little kids. Jamie, your kids are a little bit older, but like I have to imagine when we were kids, our parents were like, "Go sleep in this lead painted crib and
dude,
call
they
it
used
a
to put you in
day."
the crib. Listen, our parents they'll throw a party. They put you in the middle of the damn living room. Every people are smoking cigarettes, having a good time, drinking beer, talking to you, puffing like just.
Yep, there were no thoughts about it.
Now it's like make sure there's no wheat. It's gluten free. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I mean, but I get it. People have allergies. Like, I'm not making fun of it. It's crazy now. How much has changed.
People are just more aware. But I was talking to somebody the other day about it. So speaking of smoking cigarettes, whatever, to each whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter. But we were talking about. Remember when McDonald's used to have a smoking section?
Yeah.
And you actually
like Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. Every restaurant.
We're gonna get back to that. Hold on, we're gonna get back to that. But
that was a legend.
No, so McDonald's had like a smoking section, and it was like because I remember going in there when I was like a little kid, and you have all the older people that would go to McDonald's in the morning and they'd get their coffee and they read the newspaper and they'd be sitting in the smoking section just huffing cigs, and you're like it's just like a cloud of smoke.
And
when you walk
what separated the smoking from the non-smoking?
Nothing.
No,
they
usually there
put you
was
in like a different side.
There was like a half wall.
Yeah.
It was like a half wall. Like that was going to stop the smoke from coming over.
God forbid that.
Well, it's like when you go through the McCurran Airport in Vegas. They have that one section for smoking, like in a glass case. It's like a clam bake, dude.
A few have those.
Yeah, it's so funny. And you sit there playing slot machines. I'm like,
dude. When I was a kid, we would go. Like I vividly remember my siblings. Like their sports banquets were always in the cafeteria or whatever.
Yeah, oh yeah.
There were ashtrays on the table. Like parents smoked during that. It was crazy.
I remember when I was in high school, I was leaving after practice one day, and we had bingo night. It was like every Tuesday and every other Thursday or something. And the one night I was driving by, dude, it was like. First off, it was pandemonium. There's so many people there. They have bingo. They're doing the peels, whatever.
Yeah.
But dude, you legit see when someone opened the door, just a puff of smoke just keep flailing out.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy when you think about like what you used to get away with. Because I think they got rid of smoking inside when I was in college. And I remember like a lot of the college kids that smoked cigarettes were complaining that they would have to go outside to smoke like in front of the bar and stuff. But then like a couple months later, you're like, I can't even imagine how we used to sit in a crowded bar like this. And
I mean, when I was going through school, I was working at a bar restaurant. And
yeah, you were a bouncer for a little while, right?
That too. That was everything. I mean, I evicted houses and just name it. But I remember they're like, yeah, no more smoking, you know. And I remember going home after times and I would spit and be brown from all the smoking.
Oh my god!
And then they stopped smoking. It was gone. It was crazy.
Yeah,
it was nuts. It was really nice actually.
So they just randomly came across this looking things up. They just banned smoking in schools in the Pro-Children Act of 1994, which I know was a really long time ago, but
that seems crazy. Yeah,
nuts.
It's like to us, 1994 doesn't seem that long
There's
ago.
no way.
Yeah.
Then some of those high schools or my high school didn't follow that rule at all.
Really?
It was like 97, 90. You know, they were puffing away. It might have been. I mean, I think maybe some states didn't know it took longer. Who knows? I don't know, but
that's crazy.
That makes me. It just to put it all kind of in perspective. Like, do you guys ever watch the show Mad Men?
Yeah.
There's like in the first season, they were like. The kids were bothering the mom, and she's like, "Go play with the dryer bag," and they're like, it's like a plastic bag, and they're like putting it over their head and stuff.
Yeah,
it's because like parents just were like, whatever,
just get the fuck away from me. Yeah,
no, but it's ridiculous how things have changed since then. I mean, like, I don't know. Anyway,
look, you see a 9-year-old man going to space for 11 minutes.
Hold on, hold on. We got to get to Shatner because we talked about that last time. But we were talking about Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese.
I wanted to touch base on Chuck E. Cheese.
Legend here.
I
tickets for days.
Loved Chuck E. Cheese when I was a little kid, like the janky ass robots, like doing the little show.
They're playing like this.
They're secretly good pizza.
It was really good.
Yeah, I think you don't like Chuck. Jamie? You're giving me a look.
Yeah,
do you not like Chuck E. Cheese pizza?
It's the worst pizza in the world.
It's like so bad it's good.
Yeah,
it's
greasy,
cardboard with a little cheese. Like it's the worst pizza in the world.
It's
my kids and I constantly
so
make fun of how bad that pizza is.
It's so bad it's good.
I guess you guys not have lived.
No.
I guess you have not lived.
I think I know it's not good.
I guarantee you I've been to Chuck E. Cheese a hell of a lot more than you have.
You start smoking again, it probably tastes better.
Hold on. Here's the thing. I think the pizza gets elevated because of the experience.
100%.
You eat some greasy cardboard, and then you jump in that ball pit, and you're having a day. The little bop 'em thing with the hammer.
Oh my god!
The bop 'em thing with the hammer.
How about the animatronic show?
Yeah,
the things that are moving, they're all creepy as shit.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
No, the worst.
Jamie just doesn't like Chuck E. Cheese because he's not allowed within 50 yards of one.
So big news for both of you. They apparently sell this in the stores.
Nope.
Chuck E. Cheese pepperoni pizza. There you go.
Like a frozen one.
Just like White Castle.
Yeah.
Burger,
you know what's coming up, Stipe?
What?
Christmas. Found John's present. Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
Boom. You're welcome.
Yeah. Are we doing that gift exchange again?
Yes.
Yeah, so Stipe cannot open his.
It's right there. It's behind the TV. It's still in the package.
I cherish it. I don't want to open it because it could be a novelty.
See, it was foreshadowing that he would have a son and they would get to shoot Nerf guns at each other.
We're still trying to figure out if it's mine, guys. So.
Jeez.
It's 100% my child, I guess.
He's joking.
Yeah.
Primary.
Yeah.
He loves you.
Yeah. So back to Shatner. So Shatner makes the trip.
11 minutes.
He comes back. He made it back. So Jamie, your
wrong.
Your betting odds in Vegas.
I was wrong.
Didn't work for you.
Nope. I lost some money. Thought he was dying for sure. No.
Oh, I was like, was that really a bet? Was that really a bet?
No, I hope not.
It's Las Vegas. Are you kidding me? Of course it was a bet.
Yeah, they have fucking
100% it was a bet. Guaranteed. You could find somebody to take your money on that bet.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, good for him. Oldest man in space.
Yeah. He went up in a giant dildo. I can't get over it every time.
You went for a good ride.
What's it called? The blue
origin or something?
Yeah, something like that. The blue origin or whatever it is.
I read somewhere.
But you said that last time when we were talking about Bezos when he went up there. You're like, that thing looks like a giant dick.
It does. It looks like a giant dick.
100%.
Supposedly,
you're like, come on, man! For all the money you're spending, you could make it look cooler.
I mean, I would. No,
I'm sure there's a scientific aerodynamic reasoning behind it.
Nope.
Nope. What?
Supposedly,
you want to make it look like a dick.
I don't know if this is true or not, but supposedly,
please tell me you want to make it look
like a dick. His favorite movie is Spaceballs.
Yes.
And he wanted it to look. I swear to God,
that's even better.
Yes, no bullshit.
That's actually pretty sweet.
So it's on purpose.
It is on purpose.
Good for him.
I mean, listen,
I'm not the only one that thinks it. Look at this headline of this article. Why does Jeff Bezos' rocket look so much like a penis?
It does. I mean, it does.
It's the best.
I mean,
jeez.
Yeah, but he made it though. That's
Shatner went. And
was it longer this time than the first time?
11 minutes is definitely longer than the first one. I think it was only like 3 or 4. I might be wrong. Was it 11? I didn't watch. Was it 11 minutes from launch to land?
No, I think they were in space for 11 minutes.
That was definitely longer than.
I believe they were in space.
Yeah. Bezos go on that one too, or no?
No, I don't believe
He's
so.
like, I don't trust this guy.
Yeah, he's like, Thanks for the money, guys.
Bezos, I don't trust it.
Yeah, who knows if he even went on the first one? They could have pulled some shenanigans.
Oh,
dude, wore a
conspiracy.
Rolex.
Are you back to the conspiracy?
Dude,
I'm not the conspiracy guy.
I never even heard that.
No, I just made it up. So
He just made it up. He's trying to get you to bite on it.
Listen, don't test me with these conspiracy theories. Well, good news, Joe. Also, real quick, good news. My house is patched up.
Oh, the hornets
from that and the bats.
Okay.
But also now we found out we have like a shingle miss. Oh,
a what?
We got to fix the roof now.
Shingles are missing off the roof. Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, never ending.
Is it like a small fix, or they have to tear off and replace?
No, it's just a small fix, but it's just annoying.
So you're gonna get up there and get this done?
Fuck no. They came today, and the one looked at the one dude. I'm like, how steep is that roof? He's like, he was a small guy. Yeah. He's like, oh, it's terrible. I'm like, I looked at my wife. I was like, my big ass ain't going up there.
Yeah, they put those. They put runners up for them to pound in so that they don't fall.
Yeah,
like, roofing's a mother. I hate roofs. I can't stand being. I don't even like mine's flat, and I don't like being on my roof.
Bro, I don't do heights. Crazy story. Remember the kid? Was he from Streetsboro? It's a city south of Cleveland, but he was a wrestler, and he was working during the summer as a roofer in high school. And someone threw one of those shingles off the roof.
Yeah.
It came down and sliced his wrist almost completely off.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. I mean, that could happen.
That asphalt
shingle will get you. He got his strength back eventually, but like.
That's crazy.
What's the chance of that, right?
Was it his dominant hand? Do you know?
I don't remember. I don't know. I wasn't friends with him. I wrestled him with his injured hand. I won.
I hope so.
I know,
it's the only way you beat him.
He was still tough. not a fully functioning hand, but
yeah, that's nuts. You know what's so we were talking about like back in the day type stuff, and you're talking about the roofing. I remember my house my grandma lived in, my grandfather built. Like he came back from the war, built the house from the ground up, whatever. But at some point in my father's young childhood, they had to redo. At some point in my father's young childhood, they had to redo the roof. So they literally like tied my dad and my brother to like the chimney. Like they were like up there helping, and he's like, "Come on, you got to come up here and help." So they climbed up the ladder. They literally tied like a rope around their waist, and then tied them like to the chimney, so they wouldn't fall off.
First off, the chimney. Who knows if it's even good, like strong?
Like, Grandpa built it.
Strong. It was very strong. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like that's like ridiculous shit that like used to happen. That like whatever. So the
talking about roofs, I remember we went on a call one station I worked for, and it was an Amish. They're working in the back of the house, and the kid was like 17, I think. Fell straight off the roof.
Yeah.
Fell back in his back, right? He's like, oh, that sucked.
Went right back to work.
We couldn't because he was 17, and his parents weren't there, so we had to take him to the hospital. He was so pissed.
Oh, yeah.
And but he was like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, bro, you literally just like were knocked unconscious, supposedly. He's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I have to get back to work. So I was like, bro, I'll be out for 2 weeks.
Yeah. It
was crazy, man.
It's a whole different lifestyle.
It was crazy, but he legit fell. It was probably 12, 15 feet easily off the roof.
To be 17 again.
That's nuts. Well,
what was it like back in the day?
Yeah, Jamie, what was it like back in 1943?
We used to do like horse and buggies and shit.
Did you have to like cobble your own shoes together?
Yeah. Yes, I did actually. Yeah, I had to cobble. I walked.
Did you
to
turn
school.
your own butter and shit too?
I didn't know.
Uphill
that
in
was
the
women's
snow,
work.
Both ways.
Women's work.
You are kind of like a woman, so.
Wow. I don't mind being called old, but that was hurtful.
I know.
Jamie,
I got strong.
Jamie, you better be careful with those comments. You're going to get Gruden.
Oh, John, thank you you just pulled that one out. I like it. So, John Gruden.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this one.
Oh, well, here's the thing. I was talking to my buddy, and he said to me, he goes, I don't even know how to respond to this in the event that I get like Gruden. It's become a verb.
Yeah.
Like it said, I don't get Gruden like 20 years from now.
I don't know what to like.
Whatever.
It's crazy. Like, yeah, you shouldn't have said there's no question, but like.
So, he definitely shouldn't have.
I don't know the whole story. Like, but there's no reason. I mean,
neither do I. But like, the problem is,
how did it even come out?
So they're investigating the Washington football team's like emails or something and that was in from
10 years ago.
Yeah.
So the allegations were from 4 female Washington football team employees about harassment and.
Were they from the dance team? Is that how that
something
originated?
Like that might have been dance team or
originally
cheerleaders.
Started.
Yeah.
So. And the allegations were many years ago, so they pulled all emails for that time period. So we're talking there's no way John Gruden's the only person that looks bad in this.
Oh
story.
no, there's no question.
It's going to keep getting.
Well, now that I heard the NFLPA is they're taking all.
Well, but here's the thing. None of this was supposed to get out. So I don't know how it got leaked somehow.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. But the internet is forever.
Well, there's no question.
What ended up making it worse is they found I think they found like the first email that got leaked, and it wasn't good. That was the one that was like more, I think it was the racist email. And then all of a sudden you see all this misogynistic, anti-gay, whatever. And it just it snowballed for him. Yeah. And then he's out as
I met the guy. He's a super nice guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, of course, you can't really be saying stuff like that no matter who you are. I mean,
do you guys email?
A lot of
you and Gruden never send any emails.
No.
Okay.
No. A lot of ex players for him were like, I played for that guy, and it's disappointing to see that. So that
well, it's
not how you think you know him, right?
Well, I mean, you don't know, but there's like two sides. Like Keyshawn Johnson was saying stuff about him. He's like, he felt like
he knew. I think it was Keyshawn that said I kind of knew.
Not if he knew, but he just said like he was just like a robot or something. Like he just I don't know. It was weird. Yeah. But I mean, I get it. Listen. Don't say that stuff, but I can't say anything, but I've never played for the guy. I don't know who the guy is. I met him, he was nice to me. I can't say anything else, but I met a lot of people who were nice to me, but they're actually they're scumbags.
Turn to be,
right. The big thing to take away from this is his career is over. There is no redemption from this at all.
His Raiders contract originally I think was 10 years, $100 million, and he's only in
third year.
Yeah, 3.5. This is
he made $3 million.
Yeah. No. But that's the thing. He's losing out on $60 to $70 million or something like that. It's crazy.
Here's another thing. You don't know what inside. Maybe the Raiders told him, "Hey, I think you should resign. We'll still pay you a chunk of your money."
So you don't know, and you also you don't know how the contract's written out. Okay, if you resign, you can get X amount. You just have no idea what these all the contracts are different. There's
Yeah, I 100% agree. Point being though is that he's losing out on something.
There's chunk
over
something that happened 10 years
ago when he was an analyst. I think at that point.
Yeah, he was working for ESPN at the time. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that sucks. I mean, listen, man, just be careful what you do. I guess that's I remember my wife's always I remember getting a text message from this random dude calling me he's like, "You pussy, I want to beat your ass." I'm like, I have no idea who this dude is, right? And I'm like,
he's texting you?
Yeah, he got my number. I have no idea. I thought he was joking.
Oh Jesus!
And then he starts talking about one of my teammates and this and that. And finally, I go, "Yo, I'm like, if you keep texting me, I'm gonna tell my husband and we're gonna call the cops." Sorry, that was me. So, but I'm like, I don't want to put anything incriminating or you know what I mean, because it always travels back. You don't know.
Well, you kind of go back to you go back. This is probably getting a little too serious for the Jabs podcast, but I'll throw it out.
We love it. Bring the hard, cold facts.
Go back to when they used to smoke in schools in the 80s. The shit that you could get away with saying back then compared to 2021 is you can't. Those words that we used, even me as a kid, I used words constantly that would now be considered, that I would never think, or if I heard my kids saying them, I'd be like, "Hey, you can't fucking say that."
Yeah.
That's just. So, I mean, 10 years ago wasn't that long ago, but
still,
I also don't think. Listen, man, the NFL is a very male-driven, male-oriented business where I don't think that John Gruden is going to be the only one put into this box. I think that there's a good chance.
Well, that's kind of unfair. They have to not just him. If they're looking through all these emails, there's got to be more than this.
I think there's a good chance that there's going to be more dominoes to fall with this story.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yep.
So.
Well, I mean, I guess you said that. What's the one guy from the Rams? The guy that came out, he was gay.
Oh, the one they drafted?
Yeah, he's really good. He's really good.
Or
the one they drafted.
The one they drafted. What was his name? Oh gosh,
I played for the Rams
a couple years ago.
Yeah. He was first round pick.
Really good. He's really good.
Oh, is he retired now?
No, I think he still plays.
Well, I thought the first openly gay player that came out was Carl Nassib that plays for the Raiders. Actually,
Michael Sam.
Yeah, Michael Sam.
Yeah, it was Michael Sam. No, he got cut. I don't even think he played in the NFL.
He never played in the NFL.
Really?
Yeah, Carl Nassib.
That sucked. He was first round pick.
Carl Nassib plays for the Raiders, and I think this past offseason was the first guy to openly come out that's
on
the active roster. Yeah, he played for the Browns for a little bit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
No, I guess Gruden said some stuff about him, and then that Coach Fisher was like, I never.
That's not why I drafted him.
That's not why I drafted him.
He was the co-SEC defensive player of the year.
Stud, no matter what.
Was he a Penn State guy?
No, he was SEC.
Why do I think he was a Penn State guy?
Was he Florida?
Oh.
No, but like that dude was like, he was a stud, dude, and like whatever his preferences and sexuality, who cares? Like, the dude's good, the dude's good.
Yeah.
I don't care.
University of Missouri.
There you go. What it was.
So let's shift to something a little bit lighter. We'll stick on the NFL real quick.
Your dating scene?
Oh no! Here we go. Again.
That was so awkward and strange in the thing. Yeah. No. So while we're on the NFL, we're a little over a quarter of the way through the season. Since it's 17 games now, we're technically, whatever. Each of you guys, one team that's a surprise and one team that's a disappointment.
I'll go first.
Okay.
The biggest disappointment of the year for me is the Philadelphia fucking Eagles right now.
Okay.
Would you expect anything less?
It's hurtful.
I'm not sure they're going to be good, so stop.
I don't know, man. Like I expected more out of them this season. So that is my biggest disappointment. As far as biggest surprise, it's got to be the Cardinals. I didn't see the Cardinals.
Me too. That's my surprise.
Yeah, I didn't see the Cardinals being this good.
But I was actually having a conversation about that last night, and on a podcast I was on.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, "This is what's gonna happen." Was it Kyler Murray? Right?
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like that dude's a freak. He's awesome. Like he's really good, and there's no question. But like here's the thing: is like we've never seen anything like that, and he's never seen anything like us on defense.
So by the way, the Arizona Cardinals are playing the Cleveland Browns this week.
Yeah.
This Sunday.
And Browns are favored
by 3 because they're home team. So it's basically a wash, and then you get the home team 3 points.
Yeah.
It's a huge game.
A big game.
You have 2 losses for the Browns right now
against two good teams.
Against one really good team and against another one that is not doing nearly as well as Kansas City and the Chargers. Yeah. And Kansas City is
they're falling apart.
2 and 3. Well,
they'll be fine.
I mean, I think an overreaction would be to say that they're like a disappointment for this year because that's a long season. I have a feeling that'll balance out. But I agree with the Cardinals on both of you guys because their offense is loaded.
Well, Titans, I feel like, are sucking ass too.
That could be a disappointment,
That's because like
they're like okay so far this year, but they should win that division.
First place in the AFC South.
Are they really?
So what's 3-2?
What's that?
They're 3-2.
Are they really? I thought they were
then you got the Texans and Colts are both 1-4, and the Jaguars are 0-5. So the Titans are going to run away with that division.
Titans will win that division, but I thought
in our division we're over 500.
I thought I see where Stipe's coming from though with the Titans because I thought like with Tannehill has played well the last couple of years, and I thought Henry was going to.
He's like a supersized Madden player.
I would agree with you guys on Arizona, though. I didn't think their defense would have kept them. I mean, they've had a couple close games and stuff, but they really only signed J.J. Watt in the offseason. That was their big defensive ad. Yeah. But their offense, they loaded up with all those guys. So.
Well, I think, but I'm saying, like I said, though, with Murray and then our defense, like, except for last week it was crazy. It was just both offenses were on fire. It happens. But, like, our defense is good, like especially our front. And we had a couple guys hurt. Like Miles was hurt.
So beat up.
Clown was hurt and all that. But I think he's never seen anything like that. And I think a lot of people, they don't really understand like the pressure they get from our guys. And I think if everyone's full and healthy,
and it's a home game. I mean, that'll help out a lot. And so the other surprise that just dawned on me, especially after week 1, has been the Packers. The Packers are 4-1. For week 1, they looked like hot garbage. Like it was over. Did you see their game this past weekend
against the
Bengals? They played the Bengals.
Dude,
the field goals.
He missed 4 field goals.
3 in the last fourth quarter.
Extra point.
3 in the fourth quarter. 2 extra points.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
2 extra and I think 3 field goals.
Yeah, it was bad. And it's Crosby, dude. He's a solid kicker.
And he missed them in like majority of them in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't.
And that overtime, winning overtime, right?
Yeah. It wasn't even just that game. It was the whole league. I think that was the most field goals missed.
They were talking about
ever.
Browns game.
League-wide? No,
league-wide in the same week. The same weekend.
Chargers guys missed 2.
Yeah, I mean it was like league-wide. Everybody was.
They were showing like the men and like the arrow going.
Well, they were talking about with Crosby in the highlights. They were like, he went through this once before in his career, and it was like a half of a season. It was really, really bad, and they compared it to a golfer getting the yips, and I was like, "That's exactly what that is," because there's nothing else. There's no other person's controlling it.
Why can't I fix this?
Why can't everything just
up.
sucks? Yeah. Which is just me every day. I swing a golf club. But
you're better than John. You're better than John.
That's true.
No, I'm not better than John.
No, Jamie got new golf clubs. He's hitting the ball farther. He's like a new man. He's like a robot.
Before you leave, make sure I got the. I think I got you sandwich, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I look. Oh, I can't get it. It's up in my attic.
It's all good. But when we go to leave here, are we gonna have to sneak out?
No, you can see the kid.
I just want you to know that it actually made my night. So usually we record these podcasts after Stipe's daughter goes to bed. I asked if we could possibly meet earlier today. Luckily, Stipe's wife agreed to it. But the deal was when we got here, we had to sneak in so that Mila didn't see us.
Not so much John. She doesn't really care for John.
Oh, that makes me feel
more for John, more for Jamie because she loves Jamie.
I'm very upsetting to children.
It
apparently.
really,
You're upsetting to me.
I gotta tell you, it made my week because you were like, "No, you really have to sneak in here. She can't see you. She loves you." And I was like, "Oh,
that's the truth." Every time you walk in, she's like, "Jamie."
Awesome.
She runs up to you.
That was awesome. So then you were like, "Go, go, 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 go!" Like it was time to make the move.
Yeah.
Primo,
of
right
course,
at my legs.
fucks everything up. God, I love that dog, but sometimes I'm gonna take him in the backyard and
It's
just
a big dog,
dude. Yeah, so annoying.
Big dog. So.
But oh, dude, so annoying. But yeah, with we had to sneak her in. So, but yeah, talking about Mila, dude, that girl, she is just a different breed of child, man. She's definitely gonna be do what she wants. Oh my god, bro, like trying to potty train that girl, like she pee all day, dude. Poop,
not happening.
Hates it.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, just poop on the toilet. She's like, yeah.
It'll come,
dude.
You know what is
the worst part? The worst part is she's watching TV and watching. She's in underwear, right? All of a sudden, just sees a little sag. Like, Mila, she's like, just give me a look.
Just like Daddy.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm like, don't be like your dad.
Is she at a point right now where she likes school or hates school?
Loves it now.
Okay.
Well, because I told you the whole situation that happened in the last podcast.
But I mean, it could change.
No, but she loves it. She's diehard. I guess my wife picked her up on tomorrow, Friday, Wednesday, and she only had half a day. Some of the kids stay there, so they take a nap. So when they're leaving, taking a nap, they're getting ready to take a nap, and Mila leaves. Well, she's legit tucking. You lay down. She's tucking every kid in. Like she's so caring and nurturing.
Yeah. So one of my kids was the same way with the going number 2 on the
Which
potty.
One?
What do you think?
Sophia.
Nope.
Really?
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Little man. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He would pee all day. He just didn't want to do the poop.
Yeah.
We told him, like, dude, you can't go. Like they won't let you in school if you're doing that. And that was, boom.
Yeah.
We were good to go.
She don't care.
That.
No,
she don't care.
We told her that.
She'll stay home.
We have no treats. She's like this. All right. I'll put myself in timeout. I'm like, Jesus.
Wow.
She literally put herself in timeout the one day. I'm like, she don't care. She's like this.
She's going to do it when she's ready.
I said something to her. She'd be like, she just pretty much what she does to me without actually doing it.
That's why I love her.
Oh, dude.
That's why I love her.
I do. I love her so much.
It's going to get just 10 times worse for you when she's a teenager.
100%.
If she's like stubborn, is that going to translate like that probably? Like if you're kind of stubborn now, it's probably going to.
Well, I'm glad though because she's not going to be a follower. She's going to be a leader.
Mine's a preteen right now, as they say. She's going to be. She turns 12 a week from today. And yeah.
Well, I'm just happy that she's going to be a leader, not a follower. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather her, sorry.
You have a couple of those, buddy.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to move it.
It's all good. So, moving on really quick before we do get out of here. Dodgers Giants. Are we paying any attention to this right now?
I have not watched a single baseball
Giants are up,
game.
right? Or they're not tied now?
Tied 2-2, Game 5s tonight.
And are the Dodgers supposed to be?
How crazy is it that the
Giants
were the wild card, and now the best 2 teams they're playing first round?
Yeah, well,
someone said they got to change that.
Well, so the Dodgers are perennially now, because they're basically the New York Yankees of the West Coast, because they spend so much money on their payroll. But this year they just they couldn't really put it all together the way people expected. So they end up coming into the playoffs and going into the wild card round, and now they're tied with their biggest.
Giants won it?
No,
they won the pen. No, I thought Dodgers were in first.
So they were, but it wasn't by a lot.
No, it was a game. It was one game. Like they beat the Giants by 1 game. Like to take.
Correct. I'm sorry, I wasn't understanding you. So correct, but people expected the Dodgers to run away with that 15, division.
20 games. You remember when Indians did? They'd be up like 30 games for the second team.
You'd win the division in like freaking July.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah. For the All-Star break.
Yeah. So now it's going in against your biggest rival, Game 5. Like this is it's basically a Game 7, which I think the best thing in all of sports is Game 7s in any sport. So I will be heading home to watch this tonight. For sure.
I might actually have to watch it now.
Did you see anyone watch the Tyson Fury versus Wilder fight?
Oh, yeah. I know what happened.
What a fight.
Dude. I didn't watch it live.
I didn't watch it. I saw it.
Oh, my
7
God.
knockdowns.
Dude. It was unbelievable.
Did you hear what Wilder said to him? Because Fury went to talk to him after the fight. He's like, I still don't respect you.
I was like, Fury said that, or Wilder?
Wilder said that to him.
Really?
He's like, what's your problem with me? Like, the guy's doing interviews. Fury, I guess, was doing interviews. Like, what's the problem with me, dude? I'm here to fight.
Yeah,
you knocked me down 3 and knocked me down 4. The fourth, that was enough. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, it was it had to be. I mean,
people said it was
as far as trilogies and fights go, I can't think of a better trilogy in fights.
What happened in the first one? Was that a draw?
That was the one where Tyson Fury got decapitated.
So, like, it was crazy.
Everybody thought it was over, and he just sat up.
It was like a rising of the Phoenix.
It was like the Undertaker.
It was all the memes were with the Undertaker afterwards.
Oh,
he got up.
And then I know Fury won the second one because that's when he did the blood lick thing.
He cracked him in his ear. I think he ruptured his eardrum or something because he was just after that. Like I know it hurt Wilder, but I think it was just his equilibrium.
He was off.
Yeah, he was off. You can tell.
Where do you think they go from here? Who does Fury fight? Anthony Joshua?
No, he just lost.
Joshua lost.
Didn't he lose to that
Polish guy
Diaz or something like a couple years ago?
Yes. Yeah. A couple years ago. He lost to it was that Mexican kid. Not kid. He had been around for a long time. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but he then that kid that beat Anthony Joshua then just went on a bender for like 6 months.
And then he lost.
Went to weigh in for his next fight and was like, everyone was like, "What the fuck did you do?" He was like, he was fat, he was out of shape, he had he wasn't training. So then he came in and he lost. Yeah, so I don't know what's next for Tyson Fury, to be honest.
There's a question for you, Stipe. Actually, now that we're talking about it, so like
I don't do drugs.
No, you retained the belt. You won 6 title fights. Yeah, so
I didn't win the last one though.
No, I know. But you won like 6 of them. So how hard is it to get back in the gym and get back in that training routine after winning the belt? Like, or even actually, let's say the very first time you won it, was it hard to get back in there, like to get back in that mindset again? Or were you just like, cause you had been doing, well, maybe a little bit different for you because leading up to that first title win the first title win, you were like, you fought so many times that year. It was like you were constantly in camp. Yeah. So did you kind of, after that first title win, it was like, okay, like you just riding that wave? I
was getting married like a month later, and they called me like not even a few weeks later. They're like, "Hey, we're gonna do Cleveland in September." I said, "Okay." And what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna say no, especially in Cleveland. So so I mean, still training. I mean, I was not going crazy hard because I was in decent shape, but I was still training. Do my thing. And
so it wasn't tough for you to get back.
No. I mean, usually like the more times you do it, like it's like riding a bike. The easier it gets. It still gets sore and beat up, but like, you kind of know what you got to do, and that makes sense. That makes sense to you.
I just think it's interesting because he was talking about, is it Ruiz or Diaz? It's one of those two.
Ruiz.
I can't remember. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can't. Like that guy won, and then he just couldn't get like back in that mindset. It's like,
I mean,
he became a champion. He got more money than he's ever been paid before. He got sponsored. Yeah. I mean, he was eating and boozing and partying.
I do that, but like I still train.
You cut it off though.
I do cut it off. Yeah, but
it was a lifestyle for him. Like it turned bad. I have a question for you actually, since we're talking UFC. Is there ever, not to go too deep, like whatever with contracts, but is there ever discussion about a rematch clause? Has that ever because it's a big thing in boxing. I was just looking it up and Anthony Joshua.
There is, just depending on how the contracts work and stuff like that.
Because Anthony Joshua triggered his rematch clause, so there's going to be a Usyk Joshua 2 fight coming up.
The dude's good, by the way. That
really
Joshua fought.
Yeah, really good. I don't think you can fight at that level and not be pretty good.
No, there's no question. No, there's no question for sure.
Great job, Sherlock Holmes.
No, but
thank you, buddy.
No, but
I didn't get this far.
I think the reason I just kept motivation because one, I love what I do, and two, it's fun. It kept me out of trouble, and honestly, it's like going to the gym. There's always something new. You talk to someone and see how their day was. Like I don't know, it was like going to high school. Like you'd see what everyone did. I don't know, it was weird, and get your job done and. Like there's days I have a bad day, I go in and do my thing, I leave, I feel so much better. Do you know what I mean? And then I just love what I love doing it.
Even though it's an individual sport, when you go to the gym,
it's all a team though.
Well, when you go to the gym, you have that team atmosphere, so that's where you feel
we do everything together. We work on stuff together, and that's what I loved about it. And I think another reason too why I was so motivated because one, I'm always a motivated person. I'm passionate, and I think it was more just I knew I could give my family a better life.
Yeah.
Even if we didn't have kids or had kids, like which we had 2, thank God we have 2. But I can set myself up for future stuff. You know what I mean? Just make sure we're good.
Motivating factors there too for you. Yeah, that makes sense. Last thing, real quick. I know we're about to wrap it up here, but one thing I wanted to get to was, and this was like one of the bigger sports news things, and the thing I want to see your opinion on it and how you think
more sports. Well, not a sports podcast.
I know we're not, but I love college football more than
I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
I like
about
college
that.
football.
Shut up.
There we go. Thanks, Jamie. He's playing both sides of the fence here. I
love college
I like
football
college
as well.
football more than I like the NFL.
Yes.
Alabama loses to Texas A&M.
Bro, first time ever he lost to a non-ranked team. First time ever he lost to assistant coach.
I know. That's crazy.
Was it the first time? I thought it was the first time in like 100 games he's lost to a unranked team.
Never lost.
I don't know about the unranked team. I do know about the coach though.
Yeah.
Because Jimbo Fisher used to be one of his assistants, and he finally beat him. So he's 24-1 against his assistants. But I wanted to get your opinion on who you think is going to end up making the college football playoff.
Ooh. Wow.
Well,
because you have a very big looming potential SEC championship game in Georgia, Alabama.
Wide open right now, and you're going. I shouldn't say guarantee.
Well, Georgia got a tough game. They got Kentucky.
Yeah, there's a really, 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 really good chance you're going to end up with a 2-loss team in the playoff this year.
You think so?
I think that
strength of schedule.
Georgia's got a chance of beating an Alabama in a championship game. And I think Alabama still gets in.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you know who the
that's going to be a hard sell.
You know who a dark horse is right now?
Michigan.
I
know.
Yeah.
They magically they're ranked what, like 6th now?
Michigan's they're having a good season.
It's crazy. They win these games.
I like that you don't get too high, too low on them though. I like that about you,
I'm a
John.
very rational fan.
Listen, you know one thing I'm happy about? Ohio State is actually playing well now. After that Oregon game.
They are playing really well.
They figured it out.
Yeah. Their offense is fire, dude.
So I'm gonna play this really quick and hope that have you guys seen the video of the kicker's family? I won't play it if you.
No, I haven't seen it. No. So Jamie's pulled up.
His girlfriend.
That's his wife, the blonde there. The woman sitting down. Yeah, the woman sitting down is his mom.
Yeah.
So this is them watching the Texas A&M.
This is them watching the final kick.
I remember
at the end,
watching it.
Yeah.
Talk about pressure. Like
Dude.
we've talked about like watching you fight before Stipe and how like you once you get in the cage you're like, okay, here we go. But like watching you is like incredibly nerve wracking for
it sucks for us.
For our friends.
That's so awesome. Like I get goosebumps looking at that.
Dude, it's like that video is everything.
Bro, let me tell you something. I kicked one time I made a field goal in high school. I kicked a field goal in high school. I made it was like a 42-yarder.
That's actually super impressive.
Thank you. I mean, actually, could make 50 probably. It was I crushed it. But anyway.
No, that's actually one of the more impressive things I've heard of you doing because it's not easy to kick a field goal at all.
I smoked it, right? And I was like, holy shit, yeah. I was all happy, But like, it was nerve-wracking. Yeah. And that was like in the middle of the game, we were winning. I mean,
you have to we maybe save this for another podcast to think about a little bit, but think about those moments of pressure like that, like hitting the game winner against Alabama, number 1.
Or kicking a 66-yarder and breaking the record to
win a game. Or how about this? How about having a 10-foot putt downhill, millions of dollars on the line, first place, second place, millions of dollars. Could you imagine the pressure? Like my knees would be shaking.
So you ever see that one video? I think it was like a Ryder Cup with Tiger Woods. He hits a putt and he just stops what he's doing and goes shakes the guy's hand and it goes. He's even looking go. Have you? Goes straight.
I've never seen that.
Jamie, you gotta pull
it's
it up.
One of the coldest, like just like FUs, like not in a bad way. Just like
he
just
hits the
confidence.
putt. Yeah, he hits the putt and then starts walking. Immediately shakes the guy's hand, takes his hat off, shakes the guy's hand as he's not even watching the putt. It just goes in. But that's like crazy, like how much you actually like know the greens where you're like, I know I got this. This is online.
I think he literally just stopped what he was doing and goes in.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past myself to miss a 4-foot putt to win $100, let alone millions of dollars.
Well, it was like remember the year he came back before everything happened. He made that comeback and
it wasn't it.
No. Yeah, it is.
Nope.
It was already in.
No, it didn't even go in yet.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So that is an interesting thing. I can't imagine, and they're college kids. That's the other thing too. Like it's different. Like
it was a different one. I think it's a different one.
Yeah.
But
but like imagine like you're a college kid. That kid's a college kicker. And there's
J.R. Smith has for his college golf tournament. He got stung by a bunch of wasps.
He got attacked.
I heard about that.
Sucks for him, dude.
That's happened to me. That happened to me last year.
No one cared to talk about J.R. Smith.
I know.
Well,
I'm just saying it happens because the hornet's nests are in the ground.
Jamie actually is in love with
J.R. Smith, friend of the Jabs podcast, by the way.
Oh my God.
He is?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you guys met him at the Indians game that one time?
Oh, you have no idea. He listens to it.
I got him right here, homies.
J.R. Smith.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Okay. We'll talk after the podcast.
Yeah, I got to.
We'll
Jamie,
talk after the podcast.
Yeah.
What did you try and get free from J.R. Smith?
That's what I want to know. Anyway, they literally were like BFFs at the Indians game. They did not stop talking for like an hour and a half.
That was my dude.
I was like, JR, hey, I'm over here.
He lived right up the road. Yep. His daughter, my daughter, got together a number of times.
Really?
Yeah.
What I did not know that. I know you guys were gonna hang out, but I didn't know. He's a really good dude.
Amazing.
Like,
yeah,
he's funny.
Amazing.
I've heard a couple of good stories about J.R. Smith.
Before we cut out, when they won the title, Of course, he had his shirt off for like 4 months after that. You know, like he was running around Cleveland.
Yeah, it was awesome.
He plays at a country club, like a prestigious one here in the area, and he was playing no shit. They're like, just do what you want. Like he didn't care.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, they did. I was like, dude, he's funny.
I've heard a couple of good J.R. Smith stories that like he moved into a neighborhood, went over and like gave his neighbors a couple bottles of wine, just said, hey, I want to introduce myself, blah blah blah.
He got his child in the NICU, and the nurses took care of him. He bought them all like brand new, like flower vases.
Yeah,
really nice.
Yeah,
like,
she was born super premature.
Yeah,
his youngest.
Yeah.
Right.
So okay,
good dude. Anyway, we're gassing up J.R. Smith. Fine. Yeah. J.R. Smith, you want to come on the podcast? We'll be happy to have him.
We should get him.
We should get him on the podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll make it
technically
happen.
Jamie full of I don't even know what to expect.
No, I would actually.
I actually think he.
100% does. I watched them exchange numbers.
Anyway, all right. Well, let's get out of here.
Look like they were about to go on a date.
Yeah.
Maybe we did. I like wine too.
You can take him to the smoking section at McDonald's.
Yes.
So anyway, all right, we're getting out of here. Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find us on YouTube at just search Jabs Podcast. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for post notifications. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at Jabs Podcast. And then please reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you at the.jabs.podcast@gmail.com. You can find Stipe on all social media platforms at Stipe Miocic. You can find Jamie at Mekalek, Mekalek. And you can find me at JP Chewbacca. It's like Chewbacca.ca. And we hate Rick Russo as always. Stipe, congratulations on your Tacoma FD episode.
Yes, we forgot about
awesome.
that.
We talked about the last episode. Everything I saw was pretty positive. You were firing out Instagram stories left and right with all the Tacoma FD.
Listen, I want to get out there, man. It's my first time.
Yeah, I know. It was great.
Hey, we stuff. Also...
did you really guys get a lot of good reviews about it?
Yeah, it was awesome. We also have some big guests coming up here. We're lining up. We got some news coming here for
Jamie,
the Jabs podcast.
You're putting out good vibes into the universe. I get it, but I don't jinx it either.
Whatever.
All right, we're out of here.
All
right, peace out.